So there are a lot of challenges for November in terms of people are like, I'm going to do this. We have no nut November, no shave November, all these sorts of things. I thought I would also do one of these challenges, but this time I'm going to do a challenge that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and that is squat 1,000,000 pounds in a month. November is notably a month with 30 days, so this isn't the best month to do it, but this is what I'm going to attempt, and I'm going to give a rundown of what the rules are, kind of here in a long form video, kind of for posterity's sake. Most people don't watch my long form videos, but I want it out there, published before I start the challenge. I'll do another introduction in a short in a little bit, but I want to talk about what counts as a squat for this challenge, 24-hour grace period, my own expectations, and then kind of some qualifications regarding editing skills and like receipts and proof of my squatting. Okay, so first of all, what counts as a squat? I'm going to count every single lift where I'm doing either any type of hip and knee hinge such that I am hitting parallel or roughly parallel, I am going to count as a squat. And so this is going to include a lot of stuff that is not a squat by traditional standards, or you wouldn't normally call a squat. So for example, in a clean, you clean into a squat position and then you front squat the weight up. I'm going to count this as a squat. I'm also going to switch to doing squat jerks. I'm going to count them as squats. I'm going to do a lot of like overhead squats with either one-handed or two-handed snatch grip, clean grip. I'm going to count all of these as squats. I'm going to count a one-arm snatch as a squat, even though I don't normally think I hit parallel on it, but I'm still getting down into a squatting type position. If someone wants to argue with me on this, you're free to, but one arm snatch is way higher intensity and more fatiguing than like a squat, so I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to count like a bench as a squat. And then I'm going to count bent press as a squat, but I'm going to try and squat down in all of them. And usually, for the most part, what I will be doing with all the Olympic lifts and all the weird lifts that I do, because I still want to train them during this 30 days, is I'm going to be doing one of the lifts, like I'll do a snatch, and then I'll just do a ton of overhead squats. But yeah, that's first of all what counts as a squat. Also, I might not hit parallel. If I'm squatting 33,333 pounds on average a day, I kind of don't care if people don't think I'm hitting parallel at every squat. Um, I'm going to try to do high bar squats and really just like crush the parallels for the most part, but I'm also going to do some low bar too because squatting is going to be really monotonous. I'm probably going to do like 40 sets total a workout or something like this, and so it's going to be rough. Okay, second thing is 24-hour grace period. I'm going to try and well, this is also editing skills, receipts, and 24-hour grace period. So there's like a few things going on here. But I'm going to try and record every single rep and post it on here for, as proof, receipts. One of the problem is my editing skills suck. You may have not have noticed if you haven't watched many of these videos, but they're all just one cut, one single thing. I haven't edited anything. I'm probably going to try and edit a little bit, either speed things up or have like the poundages off to the side or something. And so to the extent that my editing sucks and I have to figure out how to upload 40 videos a day and compile it into one single video, this sort of thing, I'm asking for a little bit of leeway. And so what I will try and do is squat in the morning and then figure out how to upload and compile it and publish it the same day. But I'm giving myself, as per like the parameters I'm setting down, a 24-hour grace period in terms of, or not even 24, I guess it would be closer to like 36-hour grace period. Basically, I can publish the video this next day. I'm going to try and have the front page of the newspaper. Obviously, if I publish squats every day, it doesn't mean that I did them that day, unless I publish them that day and I have the newspaper for that day. And so I'm going to try and do that. And I already apologized a little bit for my editing skills are going to suck. If anyone has tips on any of that sort of thing, feel free to give it a shout out. Okay, and then the last thing, I'm going to talk about my expectations for this. I I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. To be honest, not because I think I can't recover from the volume in terms of the muscle, but I think it's going to be. I think my joints are going to start hurting quite a bit, and I might have to bow out on that grounds. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get at least 10 days into it. Um, you know, I've tried to do like squat every day at really high intensity, and I got like 7 or 8 days. What I'm going to be doing now is extremely low intensity. There's like three training uh, things that you can use to increase the amount of effort, or that like make recovery harder, right? And that's volume, frequency, and intensity. And the rule of thumb is you can only have two of those high at once. Okay, so the training volume is going to be incredibly high because I'm going to be squatting 33,000 pounds on average every single day. And since it's every day, the frequency is going to be really high. So that means the intensity has to be really low. Almost every rep I take is going to be extremely light for the rep range I'm going to be doing. And so that's just like kind of a forewarning. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. I wanted to do it. It would be a lot easier if I was lighter because I have to squat my own weight too. And I weigh about 300 pounds right now. So, okay, we'll see how it goes. Second thing is, I don't recommend this challenge to anyone. Under, like, in terms of being productive and reaching goals. I've always wanted to do this. I don't think it's productive form of training. I think that it's just way too much volume to recover from, and that you might be able to recover from all the volume, but you won't make significant adaptations. So I don't really think it's useful to try and replicate or do this. Yeah. Uh, as for like other November challenges, I figured might as well just throw my hat in the ring and the other two, and probably gonna do no nut as well as no shave. Obviously, no shave is the easiest challenge. The no nut one I've done before with a friend, and that one was interesting. I'm not doing it for any sort of. I don't think it's like I don't think maintaining yourself in that way is transcendentally useful. The ancient Greeks used to stylize their sexual practice in various ways, and I don't think they're like useful in an empirical way, but perhaps stylization itself is useful. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, if you read Foucault, History of Sexuality, I think Use of Pleasure might have been the one. He talks about how the ancient Greeks would like try to have more sex in the winter and less sex in the summer in order to sort of balance things out. And it was seen as and like another one was like you were so homosexuality or bisexuality. It was bisexuality. It was incredibly common among the ancient Greeks, and it wasn't considered taboo to be like having sex with men. But was taboo is if you were the older man, being the bottom was taboo. That was considered, you know, being beneath your station. Being penetrated was problematized if you are the like senior member of the relationship, and then being yeah. So that was anyways getting a little off the rails in this one. The point is I'm going to try and do those other three challenges. I think I'm going to do a joke about not doing one of the challenges in my presentation, like short, but like whatever. It's an implied joke. I think I'm going to do that. But yeah, that's going to be the challenge. It's going to be just a lot of volume work. And so it's just going to be me squatting like 225 or whatever. What is it like? For however many reps it takes to get to 33,000 pounds. It's going to look like a lot of this, and so it's not going to be interesting. I might try and do some fun stuff. It's going to depend on how I feel. The easiest types of exercise is going to be just a regular back squat. And so I'm probably going to come out the gate with just a lot of regular back squats, and then more towards the end of the session try and work in weird stuff like hack squats or Zercher squats or like a bunch of overhead squats, like these types of things. I'm going to try and get a buffer and then work on some more fun stuff towards the end. I'm going to try and pace myself as much as possible. Again, I don't think I can do it, but I'm going to try and make the attempt to do it as if I thought I could do it. But yeah, so that's what's going on in November. It's just going to be squatting every single day because why would anyone not squat less than 1,000,000 pounds in November?